Today's topic is, what is the message of the pain in your body? So when you experience pain in your body, it's actually a message to you. It's telling you what's wrong in your life. Why we are experiencing physical pain? This physical pain can come from different issues, and then it depends what part of your body is in pain. It can actually direct you to the area of your situation. So let's go through the whole body. I just want to give you an idea of how to look for like what the pain in your body is actually showing you. For example, if you have pain in your foot, in your legs, and anything like lower than your waist, that's actually a sign of root chakra blockage, and it's sign of insecurity, feeling unsafe, maybe having issues with your parents or home country. So if you feel negative emotions around these areas, that can cause you pain in that leg area. If we move up onto the waist, like more around your lower belly part, lower abdominal part, your waist, like around your kidneys, your intestines, digestive issues, those area is more likely about your relationships, mostly the personal relationships, like love life, husband, wife, that kind of relationship, or even can be with partners, like business partners, right? So why is that? The sacral chakra is there, and sacral chakra represents passion, and it represents success as well, but it also can be like blocked from abuse and trauma in relationships, like fights, like unhappy couples. If you experience that in negative situations, that's blocking your sacral chakra, is actually blocking you from success and passion, but it's also what happens is that can cause physical issues around that area. So if you have kidney issues, bladder issue, again, abdominal and digestion issue, then you need to look around in your life, like what kind of emotions, triggers coming up around my relationships. Might your current relationship works perfectly fine, is like love of your life, and then you are happy, flappy, but you used to have maybe a relationship where you experienced traumas and that wasn't resolved. Might you say, oh, I'm not even thinking about it because it was such a long time ago and time heals? No, time never heals. It's going buried into the unconscious mind, and it's still causing you triggers. So when you actually see a movie when there is an abuse happening, or see maybe another couple fighting, you got triggered and remember, oh my God, yeah, that's happened to me too, and I know how it feels. So then that's the thing, that there is still something you need to release, so you're not going to get triggered anymore. So those pains and uncomfortable situations in your body could be a past trauma and nothing to do with your current situation. But it needs to be healed and released, so it's not getting into diseases or bigger physical issues, right? Because the pain is just the beginning. And then if we move up on the body to around your stomach area, so if you have issues around your stomach, with your liver, spine, those areas is actually related to your self-esteem. Many people suffer from not feeling good enough, right? Not having enough willpower. And then it's their solar plexus is actually blocked. So what can you do with that is like how to empower yourself, how to step into your power, right? Is basically through affirmations. You need to tell yourself, watching you in the mirror, that you are amazing, you are lovable, you can do anything, you are powerful, just get to do it. And then you gonna be there wherever you want to be, and you are actually amazing. So this kind of affirmations is help you to unblock your solar plexus and stopping your issues, the pains in your stomach or liver and spine area, basically. And you need to believe in yourself. And then if you need an accountability partner, then do it with your accountability partner, to tell them to tell you good things about you, right? Because that's a different level, like not the I am affirmations, but the affirmations which are coming from other people, basically. And then the next is when you move up on your chest area, you have your lungs there, you have your breast, you have your heart. That area is actually can affect it, like when there is a breast cancer or a lung issues or asthma, or even in heart issues. And also if it's the shoulder is also connected to that part. So if you have shoulder issues, feeling drained, feeling like you carry the whole world on your shoulders, right? So those issues, those pains are related to many things. I'm going to give you the list, okay? It's going to be long. So it could be because you feel lonely. You've been abandoned by parents when you were young. You actually feel guilt and shame due to whatever you were doing, you have done. And then you actually feel grief. You experience grief and sorrow. How many people going through this, right? These are, if you think about it, it's like, oh, these are normal human emotions, right? And they are blocking your heart chakra. That's why there are so many people with asthma, with lung cancer, with heart disease, with high blood pressure, because it's a normal human emotions, but it's not normal to live a life in suffering and illnesses, right? So how to shift it around, how to heal from these things, how to not being in these emotions, right? So basically, that is the process I do with the clients, is the emotional trauma release, that we connect with the unconscious mind and we get into the traumas and then we release that and then we deblock this thing. But basically how to deal with it daily is another thing. How to shift them, how is just looking at a positive perspective of everything, being an optimistic, being a positive person. It helps a lot with triggers, become more resilient. And it doesn't mean you don't have emotions, or doesn't mean you are a cold person because maybe someone dies and then you are not grieving. You shouldn't worry about that other people's expectations that someone dies, you need to grieve. You don't need to grieve if someone dies. You need to celebrate their life, what they actually left behind, and then feel blessed and happy for them that they finally with the divine, right? They are on the happiest place. So the grief is just for the people who's actually feeling as a victim because that person left them behind, and now they are still in this game of life, and then now they're missing that person. So it's about their emotions of lack mentality. So basically, everything is perspective. You can look everything from a different perspective. And your guilt and shame, again, is usually coming from the expectations of the society. You feel guilt and shame because you've done something, and sometimes it's not a bad thing what you've done. Sometimes it was just how can I say, just other people made you believe that you've done something wrong, right? And that's how you felt the guilt and shame. Of course, you need to tune into this, because sometimes, of course, we do mistakes and then we hurt someone and we cause issues and then we feel guilt and shame. Then that needs to be released properly from the unconscious mind to get healed from it, and then eventually prevent these kind of diseases happening to you as you piling up the triggers. And eventually, as you get older, these are piling up more and more. And that's why the older people are getting all of these diseases. Basically, everything is because of your emotions. And then, so when you go up from the shoulder towards your head, if you have anything pain in your head, it's all related basically. Oh, and then, I forgot the throat chakra. So the throat chakra is also for the head. So the cheeks, the chin, this area is related to your throat chakra. So the throat chakra represents speaking your truth, speaking out your wishes, what you think is meant for you. And then it's like many people pushing their wishes back because they want peace. They say, okay, I'm not gonna tell what I want, because then might I seem like I am greedy, or might I seem I want too much, or I'm not gonna tell them that I want to move here or I will want to do that, because then might the whole structure of the family or the community changes because of that, or I disturb the situation. So some people is pulling back themselves and not representing themselves properly and telling their wishes because they don't want disturbance, even though the other people would also feel positive challenges in this process, in this transformation. So I always say that whatever wishes you have, whatever you want to, you feel like your path or you meant to do, always speak your truth, always speak up about yourself, protect yourself and speak about yourself, basically. And then the next one is if you feel headaches, and something with your ears, they are actually connected with your third eye. So the third eye chakra is, when it's blocked, is basically represents like worry and fear of the future. And of course, many people has these worries and stress and anxiety, fear of the future because of they can't predict what's going to happen, and then they need to make choices. Every day, every minute, every second, you're making choices. And if you do one choice, that represents one future past. If you do the other choice, that represents one future past. So they are always on this how can I say this, undecisive situation, like, oh my God, what step to take, because it's going to represent my next path, right? So because of that, this constant anxiety is there, stress, and then worry. So how to overcome that? How to open the third eye chakra? So how to open the third eye chakra is basically through meditation, through energy healing, crystals. Amethyst is one of the best one. But what I'm saying is to connect to your higher self, to allow yourself to feel what is outside of this physical body, because we have so much outside of this physical body. This is just a really tiny part of you. We are multidimensional beings, and we need to connect to our multidimensional being to receive the intuition, to receive the assurance, to receive messages, guidance, and then we won't feel alone, and we won't feel like we are going off track, because it's so powerful. So that's why I created my Elevate program, for people to actually make sure they connect to their intuition, make sure they actually get aligned with the superconscious, and also release all the blockages so they can step into their power. They can actually channel their intuitions, and they can actually start living the life truthfully, like feeling safe, because they are never alone. And then there is another chakra, the top of your head, is also representing like headaches. Like when you have headaches, it also can be the crown chakra. What is the crown chakra? Is basically also the connection with the divine, but not with your higher self and intuition, but more the source energies. So the source energies is where the light comes from. So you invoke light into your body, and this light goes going down on your feet, and you're grounding it to the earth. These are codes, these are information. The light is information, and much light you actually allow to flow through you is always rejuvenating you and healing you. So when you open your crown chakra fully, then you are able to invoke more of these light codes. If your crown chakra is more closed, then it's less light codes coming in, and then your chakras are less likely to have the prana energy to cleaning them, right? So how to open your crown chakra is basically being open-minded, being open for all kinds of informations, being open for all kinds of experiences, not to limit yourself to one way of thinking, right? It's about religion. Some people who are very religious and then always just stick to one religion and say only this religion has its truth and I don't accept the others. That's actually blocking your crown chakra, is narrowing it. If you are more open-minded and say all religions has truth in it, and they are coming from the same source, universal source, universal truth, and then I trust all of them is actually have an advantage, then you open your crown chakra for more informations to come into you, basically. So this is what I wanted to share with you. If you need more information about this, you can text me down below, ask me any questions in the comments. Basically, if you have any pain in your body and you want to figure out why is it that there, I would love to read your comments, and I wish you an amazing day. Take care.